The EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival is a bright, vibrant, and fun time to visit the park. There are wonderful displays of flowers and Disney-themed topiaries, and great food options outside of the regular everyday ones you'll find around World Showcase. We'll rank and review 16 items we ate that were featured at various outdoor kitchen kiosks throughout EPCOT. We'll give you the scoop on which ones were must-tries or great values, and ones you should maybe skip or put further down your priority list. Overall, there is a wide variety of great options for all food lovers, from refreshing drinks and desserts to hearty meal-like appetizers. You'll be sure to find something for everyone, even the pickiest of eaters in your party. Let's dig in, shall we? Coming in at number 16 is the Coconut Panna Cotta. This was at the Nectar kiosk next to the Butterfly Landing near the land. The taste here was a little bland and it just wasn't that memorable. To us, it struggled for an identity. It was a little hard to eat given the combination of items and how it was served. The cookies didn't taste like much. The best part was actually the cherry gelée. Not bad, but it didn't stand out. We wouldn't get it again. There are just many better items you can get, and we think that you'll agree as you continue down our list. Next up at number 15 is the Honeycomb Bowl, located at the Honey Bistro, which is near the walkway between Imagination Pavilion and World Showcase. This was a bit of a disappointment. It's not as big or as appetizing as the picture would indicate, and the flavors didn't come together that well. The hot honey cauliflower is actually the best part. We expected some actual honeycomb, not just something that resembles it. It's a meatless dish, so that'll be attractive to vegetarians, but it was just not worth it in our opinion. It's not terrible, but it's just not that buzzworthy. There are better things you can get. At number 14 are the pan-fried vegetable dumplings at Lan Yuan in China. These were a so-so. You only get 2, and they were small. The best part was the sauce, but the flavor of the dumplings themselves was just okay. We've had better elsewhere. They were a little firm, a bit crunchy, and a little hard to get through, so we wouldn't recommend getting them, and we wouldn't get them again. Next up at number 13 is the Arancini. This was at the Primavera Kitchen in Italy. These were so disappointing. We really like arancini balls, but these lacked flavor. They were cooked fine and the consistency was good. They were easy to bite into and cut them, but the flavor just fell flat. Even the sauce it was served with was disappointed. It lacked a real tomato flavor. Frankly, we've had better out of a jar from a grocery store. Step up your game, Italy. Come on. For a country known for food and flavor, it was a bit of a downer. They're otherwise filling, but unfortunately we wouldn't get them again. Coming in at number 12 were mango tea slushies at Trowel and Trellis near Disney Trader Store before Mexico. We got the non-alcoholic version, but Cruisin' Mango Rum can be added for the 21 plus crowd. These were refreshing and light with a nice presentation, but the fruit flavors were just too subdued. They were all there, but there just wasn't enough to tickle the taste buds the way you'd expect from this grouping of fruit flavors. On a hot day, they were still very good and tasty, but we wanted more punch from the fruit flavor department. These could easily move up the list with a few tweaks. At number 11 were the frozen island escapes. This was once again at Nectar, next to the Butterfly Landing near the land. Very refreshing. The popsicle in the slushie is a nice touch and makes the value a little better, but it does feel like it's just plopped in there to a certain degree, so we're not totally sold. Otherwise, tasty and refreshing, and certainly perfect on a hot day. Next up at number 10 is an item you'll hear a lot of people talk about, Frushi. This is from Hanami in Japan. It really is delicious, but there's only 4 pieces, so the value isn't quite there. It's definitely worth getting once, and maybe twice if you like the novelty of it. It's always fresh, has good flavor, and the presentation is really cool, but it actually messes with your mind a little bit when you first try it. You know it's fruit, but it looks like sushi, so it makes you do a double take. It's not bad, but it's just not the best thing you can buy. Cool presentation and worth getting to say you did it, but you don't need to do it more than once in our opinion. In at number 9 are the Chilaquiles con Carne in Jardín de Fiestas in Mexico. Ay Dios mío, this is a lot of food. It packs a punch as far as how much this can and will fill you up, so we recommend sharing it for sure. Think of it as a Mexican nacho lasagna, but even more filling than a traditional lasagna. The flavors were mild, you can definitely taste the tortilla, and it could use a little more punch from some Mexican spices. That said, it's good for those who want something more bland. Not bad, but not the best. If you want to get full, this is definitely the item for you. It's a great value from that perspective, but there are better things you can get flavor-wise. Next up at number 8 are the sticky ribs from Trowel and Trellis, again near the Disney Trader store before Mexico. We've had better, and definitely check out our video on Morimoto Asia and Disney Springs, but these were pretty good. The flavor was there, but they didn't pull off the bone as well as they needed to. There was also a lot of gristle, unfortunately. But if you got a good batch, they're probably better and worth getting. The ribs themselves are a decent size and have a good amount of meat on them, so the value is definitely there. These could have been higher on the list if not for the tenderness and gristle issues we experienced. At number 7 are the house-made cheesy crab wontons from Lan Yuan in China. These are about what you expect from crab rangoon. They were tasty, cooked well, and the filling was rich, which was the best part. If you're looking for something unique, this isn't exactly it, but if you like this sort of thing, which we do, they're worth getting. It was good flavor, good sauce, not too crunchy. You get 3 to a serving, which is fine for the price, so still a decent value. Number 6 is the Sha Cha Beef Bao Bun. Try saying that 5 times fast. This was once again from Lan Yuan in China. You get one, but it's actually good size and stuffed pretty well. The bun itself was very good. A little sticky, airy, and flavorful. The meat was tasty, though it was a little dry and there were some parts that were chewy, but otherwise it was pretty good. It's not an overly unique item, but it has a decent flavor and good value for the price. We might try it again to see if the meat is a little more tender and moist next time. Coming in at number 5 is the Japanese curry bread from Hanami in Japan. This is small, but it has really excellent flavor, and it's not spicy like you might expect. It's not a great value because it's a little bit small, but it was one of the best tasting items. So yes, it's pricey for what you get, but for something a little different, we definitely think it's worth getting once. In at number 4 is the frozen peach cobbler with streusel. This was from the Honey Bistro, which is near the walkway between Imagination Pavilion and World Showcase. We had the non-alcoholic version, but blueberry vodka can be added for those guests 21 and over. This is also a winner. It's light, airy, refreshing, but still fills you up for a dessert. It's great on a hot day, or frankly any day. We would definitely get this again and highly recommend it. The crumble adds a nice texture, and the overall flavor is exactly what you would expect given the name. Definitely put this one on the list. And now we come to the part of the program when we hit the top 3. So coming in at number 3 is the Chocolate Mousse Terrarium. This was located at the Trowel and Trellis near Disney Trader store before Mexico. An absolute winner. Good sized, good value, very tasty. The crumble of the chocolate soil gave it a nice crunch from a mouthfeel perspective against the mousse, and it came together very well. Frankly, it's one of the best desserts there. It's a mouthful to say and a mouthful to eat. It's light, rich, and filling all at the same time. We would definitely get this again. Coming in at number 2 is the flatbread at Trowel and Trellis, once again near the Disney Trader store before Mexico. This was really good. Lots of extra cheese, was a great portion, and you could really get full on this alone. It is definitely shareable and one of the best values at the festival. It's very tasty, well cooked, and a good combo of flavors. It's also vegetarian, so it really checks a lot of boxes. It comes pre-sliced into 4 pieces. Definitely get it, but watch out if you want to keep eating other things because it can really fill you up quickly. But still, highly recommend. And topping our list at number 1 is the Tuna Poke Bowl. This was from Nectar, which is next to the Butterfly Landing near the land. This is an excellent deal. This had a good amount of food, good variety. The tuna was fresh, everything was fresh in the bowl. Note that the tuna is raw, which is traditional for poke, and they do have an option without the tuna as well. It has a good balance of flavor, a nice mix of food, and it's one of the best and frankly probably one of the healthiest things you can get there. It's light, refreshing, but also filling all at the same time. It's a great value. We absolutely recommend this one. We would get it again, and we encourage you to do the same. After trying all 16 items, here's our final flower and garden roundup. For the best dessert, it's a close call between the frozen peach cobbler and the chocolate mousse terrarium. The peach cobbler is lighter and more refreshing, especially on a hot EPCOT day, while the chocolate mousse is richer, more creative, and one of the best looking desserts we tried. You really can't go wrong with either. The most overrated for us was probably the arancini in Italy. We usually love arancini, but this one just didn't bring enough flavor. For the best value, it's another close call between the flatbread and the Tuna Poke Bowl. Both felt filling, fresh, and absolutely worth the price. The best booth overall goes to Trowel and Trellis. Between the flatbread, ribs, chocolate mousse, and even the mango tea slushies, it had the strongest lineup. Lan Yuan in China might be the runner-up as a decent one-stop shop for variety and value, however. The best novelty item goes to Frushi. It's fun, fresh, and yes, it's worth trying once. And if you only have time for 3 things before the Flower and Garden Festival wraps up, we'd prioritize the Tuna Poke Bowl, the frozen peach cobbler, and the flatbread as must-tries. Are you hungry yet? See if you agree with our rankings. Enjoy! If you enjoyed what you saw here today, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this and other reviews that we've done in and around the parks.